What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with another live stream today. We'll be looking ahead to the Friday night action. Arsenal against Aston Villa. People are finishing their working week. They're about to chill, relax, enjoy their weekend. Arsenal, do not ruin our weekend, please. You mashed up the week on Monday night. Don't go and ruin the weekend as well, people. We're trying to enjoy the weekend, relax, watch football, go out, go shopping. Don't mash up the weekend. I'm trying to be 3-point collecting tonight. On Monday, I was saying it with chest. Now I can't say it with chest because I don't have that much confidence. But I want to see 3-point collections tonight. Big up to everybody in the chat. Thank you for turning up today. I was on time today. I see people saying, will he be on time? I was on time, people. Put some respect on my name. You know what I mean? Big up to all of you. It'll be a short show today, probably 45, 50 minutes. And yeah, listen, let's hope there's no Arsenal therapy tomorrow, man. I'm sick of it, to be honest. Yesterday was possibly the most waffle press conference I've ever heard in my life from Mikel Arteta. It goes down in the history books for me. It's officially the Lacazette press conference. And yeah, it was crazy. Watch along tonight. Of course, my friend, 7:20. It's already up. 20 past 7 tonight, people. Watch along settings. I mean, please just win the game, man. I can't take no more of this garbage football. Just give us a win. Give us a few days to be happy as Arsenal fans. We don't want no more. Happy match day, people. Friday. It's Friday again. It's Saturday, Sunday. Friday. Yo, I might not be dancing later on, man, when I see Arteta's setup and the way we're playing football, Craig. You know what I mean? Do not let Arsenal ruin your weekend, whatever you do, people. I'm telling you, life's too short. Jeremy said, looking forward to some afternoon transmission. Boy, that man loves that word. Transmit this, transmit that. You know what I mean? His press conference was pure waffle yesterday, people. Hopefully no therapy tomorrow. Big up the Red Cannon. Hope you're well. Scott said, afternoon, mate. Go and check out his channel as well. Big up to you for tuning in. Omar said, Monday night, Curtis Shaw. We are winning. Clip it. Friday afternoon, we are winning. Yeah. I can't say it with chest. On Monday, I was 3-point collecting. Today, I can't say clip it, man. I haven't got that type of confidence after watching Arsenal on Monday, man. Lee said, big up, Curtis. Please tell me you scored more than 9 goals in your playing career. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Plenty more goals than that, people. Zeno said, big up, Big C. Just tuned in, waiting to pick up the kids. Big up. Yeah, I know. I got the school running a bit as well. That's why it's a short one today. And let's transmit 7 players. Right. Let's Do you know what, people? I went to the movie premiere last night in Leicester Square to watch this film called Chuck Steele. Boy, that film's different. That film is different. Let me tell you that. It's not my type of film, to be honest. But yeah, it was good to go to the premiere and be around everyone and that. But yeah, it's a different film. It's a certain type of film, you know, animated like superhero film. But it had some mad kind of sense of humor going with it. It was crazy. But yeah, listen, big up to everyone for tuning in. And before I start, it's only right. I've seen a few of you putting it in the comments. Happy birthday to this man. Now, I said a lot of things over the years about this guy, Mr. Arsene Wenger. He turned 72 today. It was kind of like, you look back and you think, what a crazy roller coaster that was. This guy brought me my happiest, best days as an Arsenal fan. He showed me football in ways I've never seen it played, you know. And then there was so much frustration towards the end, but he's still a legend. No matter what we think, looking back, he is a legend of the football club. People used to think he was named after the club, or some people used to think the club was named after him. They were like, is it Arsenal Wenger? Is it Arsenal? Like, are they the same thing? Like, people didn't know what was what. But listen, happy birthday to Arsene Wenger, 72 years old today. I have to admit, when I see like videos or pictures of Arsene Wenger get put up on social media, I do feel an element of sadness. I look at him and I think like, yo, the man loved Arsenal so much. I wish that it had gone right for him. And in a way that he was still here. I do believe he had to go. You know, things had just changed. It wasn't working. But there will always be that element of sadness that, when you see Wenger, you think, yo, man, like you're saying, man, Father Wenger, Uncle Wenger, all of that. If you're an Arsenal fan, Wenger will always be a huge part. And for me, listen, no matter what happened with Arsene Wenger towards the end, I believe he deserves a statue outside the Emirates. I really do. You know, he produced things at the start that we've never seen. You know, there's a gold Premier League trophy there. Nobody in English football has got that. 3 Premier League titles, 7 FA Cups, a few Community Shields. It's a shame we never won that Champions League, of course. But Arsene Wenger, 72 today. Most of you bigging up, apart from Jonathan, who said, no, I can't stand him. There are some people who are still so hurt by what happened at the end that they kind of forget what happened before. But listen, I look past it. Wenger, legend for me. Get the statue up for him. And let's move on. I do think he would, you know, he'd probably be able to do more with this team than what a certain Mr. Arteta is doing at the moment. That's for certain. But, you know, yeah, happy birthday to Arsene Wenger, 72 today. We may have to do a part 2 to the Wenger stream. You know, the last one was very good, got loads of interaction. It was me, Turkish, and Kevin Campbell. Maybe next international break, we do another one. Gaurav, this is pure disrespect. Mama said Wenger was a taller Arteta. Nah. Listen, they don't hand out gold Premier League trophies for nothing, I'm telling you. 72, Chris, that's what I'm saying. It shows that, what did he leave Arsenal 4 years ago? You know? It's also a happy birthday to Sambi Lokonga, who turns 22 today as well. So big up to Sambi Lokonga, who is 22. And listen, don't be doing what you did on Monday, yeah? Don't get caught on the ball like that. Anthony said, I'm glad that I was born before the George Graham era and was a young buck throughout the Wenger era. Great memories. It's a great debate, that. I ask a lot of older people, and some people actually say they think Graham was better than Wenger. For me, Wenger was the better one, but I didn't really see the Graham period for too long. I was very young them times, you know what I mean? So happy birthday to Bambi Lokonga, as they're calling him after his Monday night performance, slipping all over the pitch, you know. But hey, listen, we move on, people. We move on. Arsene Wenger, 72 years of age today. Right. Arsenal, they're trying to have a January sale, a big clear out. It's going to be like TK Maxx at the Emirates, people. Players just hanging up on the sale rack, red stickers all over them. Price reduced, take them, you can have them. You buy on any, you get Kolasinac free. Take them all, people. According to reports today, there are 7 players that Arsenal are trying to offload in January. The 7 players are Bernd Leno, Callum Chambers, Said Kolasinac, Mohamed Elneny, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Eddie Nketiah, and Balogun on loan. Now, I mean, one thing I will say, if you wanted to get rid of these 7 players, why were some of these not sold in the summer? Somebody explain this to me. And I've said this before. I actually need to make this a slogan. With Arsenal, if it makes sense, Arsenal will not do it. If it makes sense, Arsenal will not do it. Arsenal turned down £11 million for Eddie Nketiah at the start of the season from Crystal Palace. He has a contract that runs out in the summer. He's probably worth half of that now due to the fact you can sign him for free in 6 months. And we're then going to try and sell him in January, and we'll probably end up selling him for like 5 million. Why did they not take 11 million off Crystal Palace? It doesn't make sense. Somebody please explain that to me. I said, you buy one, you get one free. You buy one, you get one free. Just take them all. Have all of them. Who needs them? Norwich, come and take them. These men might keep you up. I mean, they probably won't, but why not have a go? You know, you buy Elneny, you get Kolasinac free. We'll do 2 for the price of 1. Jeez, man. But yeah, Arsenal, which, like you said, Chris, we're so bad at business, you know. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. South London's finest. The way Arsenal has treated Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we could have sold him to Wolves. Said it many times. I think the way they've treated this guy is terrible. Don't get me wrong. He doesn't always react in the right way, going on social media and things like that. But you turn down 20 from Wolves, you keep him. Then you don't play him. You loan him to West Brom, he gets relegated and dropped from the England squad. You then turn down Everton. The guy's so desperate to leave, he's going on social media saying, let me go. You have a meeting, convince him to stay, and then you don't play him. Again, you don't play him. Honestly, he must have done something to Arteta because he does not like this guy. Now they're going to try and sell him in January. Maybe no one wants him in January, where he could have gone to Everton, and Everton would have been a good move for him as well. And big up Scott. He says, yo, Big C, first live show I caught in a week or so. I hope you're blessed and hoping we're all in for a happy Friday after tonight's result. Come on, Arsenal. Don't let us down. Big up Seb. He says, big up Curtis, just for community. There are still seats available for the Carabao Cup game. And I was reading some of the tickets are as cheap as £11. So anybody that, doesn't maybe usually get a ticket to go and watch Arsenal against Leeds, Tuesday night, this Tuesday coming, Carabao Cup, and there are some tickets for as cheap as £11. It's not often you get any kind of value for money when you buy an Arsenal ticket. Usually you're paying too much. So £11 isn't bad, to be honest. And Leeds are always quite attacking and entertaining to watch. £11.95, including the booking fee. You can't go wrong, Sebs. You can't go wrong. Bitcoin's through the roof at the moment. You know what I mean? People, if you got a little extra cash, go and watch Arsenal on Tuesday against Leeds. DV said he turned the contract down, Big C, but I get what you're saying. Who are we talking to there? Are we talking about Maitland-Niles? Sorry. Buenos Aires Guna said Arsenal is the only club that haggles over a few million for incomings or outgoings. It happened a few years ago. I don't know if anybody remembers. We turned down an offer for Kieran Gibbs at the start of the transfer window, and 4 weeks later we sold him for less to the same club. Did he go to West Brom? I think we turned down like 9 or 10 and we sold him for like 7 3 weeks later. And it's like, only Arsenal. Mohammed, I have no idea how Rob Holding and Granit Xhaka's names are not on this list. I don't care if they sign new contracts. How is Rob Holding? Rob Holding's going to end up having a testimonial at Arsenal. I'm telling you, he'll get 10 years at the club. I mean, looking at this list, Leno, can understand that one, but you're going to have to replace him if you sell him. Who's your backup goalkeeper to Ramsdale? So you've got to get someone. Onana's on his way to Inter Milan, so I don't think that one's going to happen. Chambers can go. Kolasinac can go. No one's going to buy Kolasinac. 6 months left on his deal. The best you can do is get him on loan. Elneny's got 6 months left. You're going to get peanuts for him if you sell him. Ainsley's probably worth 10, 12 million at the moment without playing. And Nketiah, I mean, what are you going to get for Nketiah with 6 months? You turn down 11 with a year. So you're going to get, what, 5 million? And Balogun on loan. Why did they not loan him at the start of the season? You give him a 5-year deal, convince him to stay, then you don't play him. And you don't loan him at the start of the season. Again, they do not make clear and obvious decisions. It makes no sense. If he wasn't going to play, he should have been on loan already. He could have played 10 games somewhere else. Snake Eye said, good morning, Big C from the US. Missed the show yesterday due to work. I'm here today. Hope Arsenal gets a win so my wife can smile. Arsenal is killing her with the performances. We're all in that same pain, people. We're all suffering. Let me put slow mode on, people. Big up to all of you for tuning in. Smash a like, subscribe. You know the usual stuff, people. It's just a little conversation before we get into the game tonight. This is the light-hearted stuff before the pain starts later on. Pablo Marie, some people saying should be on that list as well. No one's seen him since Lukaku. I think that was GBH what Lukaku did to him at the Emirates. That was a savage assault on the Emirates pitch. The funny thing is, he looked like prime Drogba against Arsenal. Since then, he looks like he's playing in Timberland boots. You know, I don't think has he scored since? I don't know. I think he scored a couple. He's injured now. But against Arsenal, he looked incredible. Cedric and Pablo Mari were brown envelope settings. Yeah, them man ain't going nowhere. Raul made sure there's clauses in the contract. What I want to know, are you happy with all of these guys going? How much do you think we could get for some of these players? I mean, Leno, 18 months left on his deal. I'd like to think we could get 15 to 20 million for Leno. Chambers, to me, I'm not even sure you get 10 million for him. I can't lie. Kolasinac, you'll be lucky to get $1 million for him. I'm not even joking. He's on 120 grand and he's poor. And he's got 6 months till his deal's done. Elneny, I mean, apparently Galatasaray offered 1.5 million for him at the start of the season. So he's not going nowhere for no decent money. Ainsley, I think 10, 15 mil max, somewhere between there. Eddie, I think you get less than 10 mil with 6 months. And Balogun on loan. I'm telling you, like you said, like Liam's saying, just sell them as a bundle. We'll take 30 mil for all 7 of them. Bargain bucket, KFC settings. Tuesday deal, people. You know what I mean? You buy these 7, we'll give you the coleslaw, the chips, and the drink for free. Just take them. You know what I mean? Just take them all. But Edu's going to have his hands full in January because we need to get rid of a few players. And some of these guys are not good. Carlos said, I'll sell El Neni for a goat. I'm telling you, man, I can't lie. You know what I mean? Some of these man here, you wouldn't want a lot of money for them, you know. I'd probably let Nketiah go for a meal deal. You know what I mean? Decent sandwich and a chocolate and a drink, that'll do me. But yeah, some of these guys, man, the way we've dealt with business is terrible. Seb said if the Leeds game is not shown, I will be providing live commentary from the Emirates, whilst Curtis does the match dot commentary. I think the game is on Sky, you know, Seb, so we should be all right on Tuesday. But big up to you for that. Let me just check. Tuesday, 7:45. Yeah, it's on TV, so we're all right. We've got that. But yeah, to me, there's a few others I would have put on this. Seriously, I would have put Pablo Mari. I'd have put Cedric. I'd have put Holding. I'd have put Xhaka. I would have got rid of plenty of them. Tom said none of them improve a team inclined to buy. Get no money for any of them. Some of these players you're only going to sell if people are desperate. And the problem is some of these guys are on big wages. You know what I mean? I think El Nenny's on like 70 grand a week. Kolasinac 120. Leno's on about 90. So sell Eddie in exchange for an iPhone 13. I think that's a big upgrade. Eddie's probably like iPhone 10, something like that. The camera's improved dramatically since then. You know what I mean? That's blurry camera settings. Curtis sell all of them except for Balogun. And like I said, I don't think you're going to be able to get rid of all of them because I don't see what club would even try and buy all of them. So, yeah, let me know. Do you think we'll be able to get rid of some of these? Aluminium said El Neni is stealing a living. He probably still can't believe that he plays for Arsenal. You know what I mean? How did he ever get that move to Arsenal? It's beyond me. OGD said, we laugh, but Arteta is really effing with some of these guys' careers. Then you go and bench him only to sell him for nothing. You'll be lucky to get 30 million for the lot. Like I said, we're now saying we'll be lucky to get 30 million for 7 players. We could have got 20 for Ainsley by himself. We could have got 11 for Eddie Nketiah. That's 33 million for 2 of them. And that's before you've even sold Leno, who you would probably get 15 for. So that's 45, 46 mil. You pick up a 5 for Chambers, a 2 or 3 for El Neni, you know, a 1 or 2 for... You probably get 50 million for them guys. You know what I mean? If you'd have handled business properly, but we haven't. And that's problem. Rohan said that's harsh on the iPhone 13. Yo, I hear you. I hear you. You get more use out of the 13, that's for sure. Big up Latte up. You're well, bro. Arteta should be on that list. Bro, Arteta. No, because they're players for sale. I wouldn't even sell Arteta. You could literally, like, I would give him to the charity shop. You know what I mean? Just hand him over. Say, just give him to anyone who will take him. You know, he's going to end up at like Mallorca B or something when he leaves Arsenal. Real Sociedad under 19s or something, you know. Boxing Day, Partey, Aubameyang, Pepe and El Neni gone now. And do you know what? Big up DWTT for this. There's now reports that the clubs during AFCON can call up their players as early as Boxing Day. Now, this is a problem. This is a real problem for Arsenal. They are going to have to go into the transfer market in January because these players now are going earlier than we expected. I mean, I'm just currently looking at the Arsenal fixtures. I mean, Boxing Day, we play Norwich away, so we get away with that probably. But then Wolves at home, December 28th. In fact, let me share the screen. Let me show you people. We're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. So we play Norwich on Boxing Day. 2 days later, Wolves at home. And then 3 days later, Manchester City at home. There's then a 2-week winter break before we play Tottenham and Burnley. The players could be away till the start of February. I think they come back just before Wolves if their team gets to the latter stages. But El Neni, Partey, Pepe, Aubameyang are going to miss Wolves at home, City at home, and Tottenham away minimum, and possibly Burnley at home as well. We are going to have a difficult period. I'm telling you now, we're going to have a tough time, people, now that they're allowing these players to go earlier as well. They want them to go there earlier. You know, they obviously don't want them to just go over there and play straight away. They need a few days to prepare, train, and stuff like that. So we're going to have a difficult January. You look through some of these other teams, how many players are they losing in comparison to us, the teams around us that we are competing with? You know, so Salah and Mane, I mean, we're not even competing with Liverpool, so there's no point me even talking about teams like that. Daniel said, Danny Ceballos up for a loan in January. Could you imagine if that Kylie Minogue spinning top came back in January? Just don't bring him anywhere near us. Greg said, spent 150 million, still not near enough. Take the hit on the transfers to get the wages off the books. Bring in reinforcements. If you're going to rebuild, then own it. And I hear you on that. I think you might see a situation this January where some of these players leave on a free transfer, like last January when Ozil, Mustafi, Socrates all left on a free. I could see the likes of Kolasinac going. Scarrett said, afternoon, Big C. Hope you and the family are well. After the last game, I decided to book overtime tonight. Can't watch this team no more. I hear you, bro. I hear you. You're probably better off working. Put a shift in, pick up some wages, man. You know what I mean? You probably got better things to do with your weekend, man. Storm Steel said, no one wants Arteta. No, why would they? Why would they? Amsterdam, Thailand said, Norwich 6-pointer. It better not be. South London's finest. We need to get a midfielder, 100%. Zero excuses. Edu wants to sell people. It's a difficult window to bring in real quality unless you're aggressive and you've got money and you're going to pay big money for players. You know, I'd love to see Arsenal go and get Renato Sanchez or Houssam Aouar or Bruno Guimaraes, somebody like that in January. But are Arsenal going to be aggressive and pay that kind of money? Will they even give Mikel Arteta that kind of money in January, considering we spent 150 million? They might say, you know what, you got so much money in the summer, we're only willing to maybe give you a loan deal in January. So it's going to be difficult. He's going to have to sell players. And what my worry is with Arsenal, if we're trying to sell 7 players, that tells me that we have an issue around the wage bill. We probably need to sell players to cut down the wage bill. Now, if we need to sell players before we can buy, that means that we may not sign a player until late in the transfer window. Now, that could be too late. We play Tottenham. We play Manchester City. We got tough games in January. Mohammed said this season is made for Chelsea and Man City due to AFCON. I mean, just quickly thinking, I'm thinking, who will they lose? Yeah, Mendy from Chelsea. I can't think of too many others. Ziyech will go. Does he play? Who's he play for? Morocco, is it? I can't think of too many others. Man City, I'm not sure if they lose anybody. Man United lose Eric Bailly. I can't think of too many. Liverpool, obviously, they lose Naby Keita, Mo Salah, and Sadio Mane. So, yeah, you would expect it to hit Liverpool hard. Mahrez, yeah, that's a good point. Mahrez for Manchester City, I forgot about him. He'll be a big loss. And obviously, we lose 4. Guendouzi needs to be recalled. We don't have any option to recall him, unfortunately. I think, I would have liked to have seen that. No European football, mid-table, and no clear playing style. Attacking players won't come because this is where your career goes to die right now. I hear you on that. Remember when everyone said, oh, no Europe will really benefit Arsenal. We'll have the midweeks off. He'll be on the training ground. We'll look so much better. I mean, do we look any better with no Europe? We look pretty much the same, on the back of 150 million. Joel Matip, yeah, for Liverpool. That's another one. Important. He's been very good for them this season. I said Pep don't like African players. That was always the accusation. They made it and won it. Josh said Mahrez barely plays in the league, though, and Foden easily replaces him. Well, it's different when you've got an amazing squad. We don't have that kind of luxury. Mendy will be a huge loss for Chelsea, going with Kepa for potentially 4 weeks. No, Europe has made us complacent, says Mohammed. The thing is, people always think Europe is like some sort of distraction. But for me, the Europa League doesn't really get difficult until the last stages. You cruise through the group stage. We won all 6 games in the group last year without even going full strength. So I actually think sometimes the Europa League is a good way to keep your fringe players involved and sharp. We could have been giving game time to Balogun, to Martinelli, to players like that aren't getting the game time at the moment. So for me, I don't think Europa League makes a massive difference. You get through the group. I don't think you come back then until after Christmas. And then it gets, all right, towards the end of the season, it gets a little bit more, intense. But I don't think it's as big a distraction as everyone kind of makes out. Ziyech was banned from the national team, B was saying. And somebody said, I just missed that, sorry, that Matip doesn't play anymore for his national team. Big up Sam Nelson, afternoon to you. Lost and Found said, let's get Arteta a fake passport and send him to AFCON. I don't think they'd want him either. Cap said, Europe helps you improve your level, especially in the Champions League. Yeah, because it pushes you to new heights. You're playing against different teams and different styles, Big up John Page III, who said, big up Curtis, miss your last few streams. Glad to be back. Happy match day to all the Gooners in the chat. Please don't ruin the weekend. Let us win the game, watch football all weekend, relax, and just enjoy ourselves. There's big games this weekend. El Clasico, Man United, Liverpool. You've got Marseille against PSG. I just want to enjoy football, knowing that my team has already handled business. I really can't be dealing with Arsenal dropping points, man. Greg said, over 1,000 watching, not even 500 likes. Give your man a thumbs up already. He's an award winner for crying out loud. Hey, big up to you. Come on, people. Can we get 500 likes? No pressure. This is the laid back stream before the stress along later on. Northern Paulie said, get on, Big C, lad. Congrats on the award, bro. With the quality of content you produced, it's well deserved. Big up to you, bro. And as I always say, always reiterate, I want to big all of you up in the community for the brilliant support that you have given. It's a shared award, Leon Bailey settings later on, people, as well. Big up to Mark. He said, big up to you, C. Great stream yesterday. Won't be tuning in tonight, going to the game. Hopefully no Arsenal therapy tomorrow. Let's hope you can go and enjoy the game, man. Do you know what I mean? The fans deserve to go and enjoy the game. So let's hope so. 4-4-2, people are saying play 4-4-2. Uncle Bob said Villa do well at the Emirates defeat incoming. Scarrety said always spitting facts. You just know they're going to ruin it. Gab said Curtis say we'll lose. What reverse settings? Yeah, reverse psychology. Arsenal is winning, Big C, tonight. Just a weird feeling. I mean, the fact you even got to say it's a weird feeling, Arsenal winning, tells you where we are right now. You've got a weird feeling that we're going to win. That should be a natural feeling that you feel a lot. But Arsenal are so bad at the moment. That's not actually a normal feeling. I would love a new manager in January, but it won't happen, says Mohammed. Bro, I want it before January. I want it before Christmas. Big C, I think we will transmit goals today, preferably not in our own goal, probably he's going to say that. Not going to lie, I'm thinking about supporting another team. Arsenal are not the Arsenal we all love. Don't let them take you away from the club you're connected with, man. We'll get back there eventually, people. You know what I mean? It is tough times, I can't lie. But we'll get there eventually. A lot of people asking if Leon Bailey is fit. I actually don't know, but I'm going to type it in quickly just to see if they say Leon Bailey. It says injury update as 2 Villa players return. Let me just read this quick. If you know in the comments, let me know, people. I'm just reading this here. Trip to the week. It said the big news is Leon Bailey and Bertrand Traore are both back. Bailey has been out since the Everton game on September 18th, but he's back in full training. Will they take the risk whether to start him or not? So, yeah, Leon Bailey fit, available. They're just saying they're not certain whether he'll be on the bench or whether he'll start. He could be a problem, people. A player a couple of years ago I wanted Arsenal to sign. And obviously he's Jamaican international, so I always support him, but not tonight. Carlo said, unpopular opinion, I think Smith Rowe and Saka should have a rest for this game. Interesting. Definitely for me, Odegaard, I would rest. Jonathan, I will be doing a watch-along for PSG Marseille. We'll be looking at Saliba, Guendouzi, and obviously Messi and co for PSG. Big up Pace, who said, my guy Curtis, hope you're good. I'm good, bro. Let's move on to the next story, people. So the next story coming out regards former Arsenal player Marc Overmars. Of course, he is the director of football at Ajax. He's been linked with Newcastle today. Apparently, Newcastle have made an official approach to get Marc Overmars to Newcastle. Now, I know a lot of Arsenal fans are unhappy and disappointed with this news because they feel that Arsenal should be getting him. He's been accredited with the likes of Donny van der Beek, with Frankie de Jong, with De Ligt. He was the guy that kind of pushed these guys through, got them into the Ajax first team. He's said to have a bit of a golden eye when it comes to spotting talent, selling them on. And Ten Hag credits him with a lot of what's happened and the success that they've had. We know a lot of Arsenal fans are not happy with Edu. And Overmars could have been an ideal replacement. Add to that as well that the guy he works next to, Ten Hag, for me, should be a number one candidate to try and get to Arsenal if Mikel Arteta was ever to go, or when he does eventually go, because for me, Ten Hag is a fantastic manager. I watched the highlights of Ajax and they battered Dortmund. They played them off the park. Now, Raphael van der Vaart has done an interview last night regarding Overmars and the links to Newcastle. This is what van der Vaart had to say. Van der Vaart is still close friends with Marc Overmars. He said, he's doing so well that everyone wants him. Maybe it is a nice challenge at Newcastle United, but I think he would much rather go to Arsenal. He has more of a connection with that. With that, is he referring to Arsenal as that? Yo, Van der Vaart, nah. Don't you dare refer to Arsenal as that. You're a former Spurs player. We don't accept that on Curtis Shaw TV. Respect us as the mighty Arsenal, the Cannons, yeah? You played for Tottenham. Show some respect, Nando's FC. Man called us that. But I don't think he's going to do this. And we know why he's not going to do this, because Arsenal are not ambitious enough to make that kind of move. If Newcastle get Overmars and we keep Edu, said MD, I mean, say no more, bro. Say no more. Fitzjoseph said this season is the first time since 1988, excluding the pandemic, that I'm not using my season ticket and going to the Arsenal. Why? Arteta, that's why. And I feel your pain, bro. Why do you think you're not seeing me at games? I have no motivation to go to these games, people. We're getting the cold weather. It's starting to rain, the money, the time. You don't mind doing all of that to watch your team and support your team if you feel you're going to enjoy yourself. But when I look at the football that we're playing and this manager and his pure arrogance, why am I going to spend money and time for that? It's not worth it. I'll stay in the house and watch it on TV. Put the heating on, people. You know what I mean? Van der Vaart is trolling Arsenal fans. Yeah, I don't know if it's lost in translation and I'm doing him dirty there, but nah. You can't be calling us that. I'm not accepting that. You could call Mikel Arteta him or that. You know what I mean? But nah. You can't be doing that. You can't be calling us that. Man said Dutch English. Yeah, maybe lost in translation. Ten Hag for me, please. What a manager. Look at the football they're playing, man. I see some guy called I know they've got a player called Anthony. I think he's Brazilian. He looks like a baller for Ajax. Obviously, they've got, is it Gravenberch in midfield. Looks very good. They're just a good team to watch. They've even got Haller up front, who couldn't hit a barn door in the Premier League at West Ham. Man's banging goals in the Champions League now. You know what I mean? Man said Van der Vaart. Yeah, exactly. The people running this club haven't got a clue. If I'm Arsenal, I would be looking. Overmars clearly wants Arsenal, right? Ray Parlour said in an interview that he texts him saying that he'd love to come to Arsenal. He wants Arsenal, let's be honest, right? And they're going to sit there and let Newcastle go and, they're going to offer him a massive contract. It's going to tempt him. He might be tempted. He might think, you know what? I can go to Newcastle, football manager settings, spend loads of money. They're on the verge of getting Paulo Fonseca, or maybe they're going to say to Van der Vaart, listen, we're going to go for Ten Hag at the end of the season, I think Arsenal are making a big mistake allowing this to happen. But I told you, people, they're stuck with Edu and Arteta. They think those two guys are actually going to take us somewhere. But like you said, Van der Vaart said he would much rather go to Arsenal, and he's close friends with him, so he knows. He must be telling him. Jonathan said Anthony is a baller. Honestly, I don't know much about him, but the couple of times I've seen him, I'm like, yo, this guy is a problem. Somebody needs to go and sign him. What happened to Michael Edwards? I think he's in negotiations with Liverpool about potentially staying. Maybe they were just saying he was leaving to force them to give him a better contract. Chris said, I can't see Mark at Newcastle. Nah, this club stresses me, fam. It's crazy, innit? Because we know that, okay, Overmars wants Arsenal, but we're going to sit there and probably let him go to Newcastle or go somewhere else. Conte's out of work. We'll sit there. Ollie will have a bad run of form. Man United will go and get him, or they'll get Zidane. And then eventually, when the ish hits the fan and we actually decide to get rid of Arteta, there'll be no decent manager out there available, and we'll probably get Per Mertesacker, the under-23 coach, to take it on a short-term basis. You know what I mean? That's how we move, unfortunately. Alvin said we need to apply pressure on the board now. The fan base are just not about that life. There's sections, there's percentages who would, but as a collective, we just won't, and I don't know why. South London's fan, I will be handing Edu his P45 now. Get Overmars in. Bring a couple of these man from Ajax with you. You know what I mean? Ten Hag, you guys can have him, but I want Wenger at Ajax, and that's a fair swap for me. You know, we don't mind you having Wenger now. His days are done at Arsenal. He also goes on to say, yes, Curtis Anthony is fire. He's in the Brazil squad and scored on his debut. Looks like a baller, man, honestly. Looks a serious player. Robert said, no, Curtis, we're stuck with Stan and Josh. Everything they've done and overseen has been a complete disaster for our club. And you know what? You make a good point there, because you've got to think to yourself, how many things have the Kroenkes done at Arsenal since they've been in charge fully? I think they took over 2018, start of 2018. They took 100% ownership. How many things have they done since then that you can look at and go, that really worked? You know, they got that spot on. You know, Unai Emery, that didn't work. Arteta hasn't worked. You look at the signings, Rausanelli, you know, and Pepe, and even Thomas Partey at this stage. How many of the big decisions, how much of the spending has worked? They spent 150 million in the summer. Now, I don't want to start criticizing the players that we signed in the summer, because they're young and I think some of them will turn out to be good. But let's be honest, we're underwhelmed by that window, man. I mean, I've said it time and time again, man. Like, when you spend 150 million, you should be excited. You should have made signings that were like, you've given the fans that big signing that they can get behind, that they're going to want to print on the back of their shirt, that kids are excited about, that the older fans are excited. You didn't give us one signing this summer that we are actually excited about. Now, not every exciting signing goes on to become a good signing. Sometimes you sign a player, you're not excited, and he turns out to be brilliant. But there wasn't one out of all of them. I don't think anybody's queuing up at the club shop going, right, please give me that new Arsenal shirt with Martin Odegaard on the back or with Nuno Tavares on the back. You bought a group of players that, and I hope this doesn't sound really disrespectful, right, what I'm about to say. But you know I have to speak my truth, people. Every player that we signed this summer, if they were signing for Everton, Crystal Palace, West Ham, any of those teams, you wouldn't have been like, oh my God, I can't believe that player is going to that team. Do you know what I mean? Like Odegaard. You know, Everton signed James Rodriguez. He's got a bigger reputation than Martin Odegaard's got. We didn't make any signing that made a fan of another team sit and go, yo, that signing worries me. That signing might take them to the next level. When I saw Lukaku at Chelsea, I said, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Ronaldo at Man United. Them signings there make you sit back and go, I'm not looking forward to my team playing against that team, right? Because that player might make a huge difference. I was not excited about any signing at Arsenal this season. Now, that's not to say they're all bad players, because I do think Ramsdale looks a good player. I think Tomiyasu's solid. Ben White, I've got question marks over whether he was worth 50 million. Tomiyasu, even though he looks solid, I don't think he gets forward enough, and I think fullbacks need to attack. Odegaard, for me, I've said from day one, good player, but I don't think he suits our system. I don't think we can get the best out of him. Lokonga looks like he's going to take time, and Tavares has hardly kicked a ball. So that doesn't look like good value for money to me, you know, when we could have signed players who were more established, who I think would have made a bigger improvement to the team. Hendon Guna said other fans laughed at the players we signed. I definitely don't think they were scared of them. Let's put it that way. I don't think people were going, I'm dreading going to the Emirates, mate. That Odegaard's going to rip us apart. I just don't think anybody was thinking that. And listen, I always say, I'm more than happy to hold my hands up when I'm wrong, right? More than happy. You know me, people. I'm not too proud to admit my mistake. I criticised Aaron Ramsdale when we signed him. At this moment in time now, he's been a fantastic signing. I will judge him over a longer period, but at the moment, he deserves a lot of credit. I'll be the first to hold my hands up and say, do you know, I was a little bit harsh on him, and he's done really well, and I love his attitude. So he'll get all the praise he deserves from me. But at the same time, you know, I'm not totally in agreement, but you feel like for 50 million, we could have bought a better centre-back than Ben White. I did a show with a Brighton fan after we signed Ben White, and he said to me, he said, Brighton won't even replace him. And he said, they don't need to replace him. He said, they've got Duffy, they've got Webster, they got Lewis Dunk. He said, every Brighton fan was scared about losing Lewis Dunk. He said he's their best defender. He's the best in the air. He's the captain. He's the leader. He's experienced. That was the player they were scared to lose in defense. And we bought Ben White. They didn't even sign a replacement. That's how easy he was to replace. And that told me a lot. Jonathan said Ben White and Odegaard were a waste of money. I mean, time will tell. I hope they turn out to be good players. But Gilfie said, Curtis, you are right. Which one of these signings at Arsenal have performed? Hardly any of them. Even Thomas Partey, who we was all excited about, has not performed at this moment in time under Mikel Arteta. Latte said, remember Kroenke did not buy Arsenal to win trophies, and Edu's not looking at the table position at the end of the season. It don't matter to him. It's just vibes. I mean, the interview didn't help, you know. He didn't help. He wasn't willing to say, you know, pressure and we've got to finish here and we've got to do this. He just bottled it. You know, he goes, oh, what did Edu say in that interview? Oh, I'm just looking forward to seeing all the new signings fit and playing. Well, they're fit and playing now. I want Jeff Shreve's interview part 2 because they're fit and playing now, and I need an explanation of what I'm watching because this don't look like we've just spent 150 million. But listen, you never know. Hopefully tonight is the starting point because right now I can't see this light that Mikel Arteta told us about. Scott said, but we didn't have the foundations, Curtis. Edu the clown. Crazy. Dan said, Gray for Everton. 1.5 million, ripping up the place. Why? Good manager and a system that suits him. Makes all the difference. Therapy sessions tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. UK. Omar, don't, please. I got plans tomorrow, man. I don't want to be doing no Arsenal therapy tomorrow. If we lose tonight, I might have to order the doctor's outfit, man. It's madness. Big up Brent with the super chat. Tommy and Odegaard are dead. Look at the Brighton game. You're writing them off already. Kai TV said Curtis O'Leary should be running Arsenal. Vinay is not qualified to do the job. He is just an accountant. And that was his job at Arsenal. You know, he got a sponsorship deals. He dealt with accountancy and things like that in the back. And he had no experience in this role, you know. Curtis, slander Arsenal on Twitter. We need the 3 points. Bro, I mean, something's got to happen. Please. Awar would excite me, said Mel Malaysian Gunnar. I would love to get Awar. I did read something, unfortunately, saying that Awar was talking about he wouldn't leave mid-season. He would wait until the summer. So I think that one could be out the window. Billy White settings, man. Billy Jean, let's see if he can defend tonight. You know what I mean? Fon said Big C and his no pressure TV. Big up, bro. Big up to you. Jay Mills said big up Big C. Just joined. Yesterday's stream was fire. Arteta, what do you want for dinner? Yo, the guy can't answer a question. He answers questions with questions. It's mad. He has to be a politician after Arsenal. Luke said I watched Pepe do a quick ANS and he said that Europe will be a successful season. So how can our players have expectations but our director don't? I mean, listen, Edu probably does have expectations, but he wasn't willing to be brave enough to make it public because when you put expectations out into the public, people will beat you down with that if it goes wrong. But Edu shouldn't have hid like that. He should have been brave enough to say, you know what, we've spent 150. He believes Arteta is the right man. He should have at least said Arsenal have to get Europe. You don't have to come out and say Champions League. Just say they've got to get Europe, you know? Michael said the light's on, but Arteta is in control of the dimmer and he's turned it down right now. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan said, which striker and winger would you want us to sign in the summer? Realistically, winger, I like Rafinha at Leeds. I don't know what it is about him. Every time I watch him, he impresses me. I like that Anthony the other day for Ajax. I'm not sure if he is an out-and-out winger, though. So I could be wrong with that. I like him. Who else? I mean, the Zaha thing, I think he's that train's probably gone now. In terms of the striker, striker's a tough one. I like Osimhen at Napoli, would cost a fortune. I like Calvert-Lewin, he's injury prone. That's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, the striker position, I tell you that much. Gnabry, if he was available, definitely. Definitely. Anthony is a winger. Yeah, if he's a winger, I'm telling you, I'll be looking at him. He's a serious baller. Serious baller. I'm a big fan of him. Yeah, I mean, listen, Gnabry, if it was possible, I'm not sure he would leave. I think they're trying to give him a new deal. Arteta was looking at his bathroom lights. I don't know what he was looking at. Erling Haaland, we got no chance. Calvert-Lewin, yeah, I think Calvert-Lewin will be a good signing. Tammy, your favourite striker. I don't want Tammy, man. I don't care if he scored a few goals in Italy, you know. Rafinha is a baller. I would take him in to replace Pepe. I like him. Shakur said Rafinha under Arteta will be average. Well, I'm kind of hoping that by next season, Arteta is not the Arsenal manager. So that's my hope. Amsterdam, Thailand said he's a winger, Anthony, but he's only here at his second season, so he probably ain't leaving yet. Maybe too early. KY said Jonathan David. Yeah, we were linked with him before he went to is he at Lille? I think he's at Lille. Calvert-Lewin is a 2-meter Eddie and Ketty. I said Florida War. He's not having him. Big C, would you rather Aouar or get Guendouzi back? I'll probably take the risk. I'll probably gamble on Aouar. I still think I still think I think he's a better player than Guendouzi, even though I do like Guendouzi. Vlahovic, yeah, I would like him. He's being linked with Atletico and Juventus, so I think that'll be difficult. Melbourne said Rafinha is a 10. I mean, I've a few times I've seen him play right wing. I think he can play 10, but I think he can play on the wing as well. Okay, it seems that players such as Saliba and Guendouzi would have done better than the players Arteta has brought in. It's a good point. You know, Guendouzi is probably better than Lokonga, than El Neni, than Maitland-Niles, probably even better than Xhaka, really. And Torreira's on loan. You know, I would have even rather Torreira was playing. Maybe Neres from Ajax is an option. He was great, but it looks like he needs a new challenge. Yeah, is it David Neres? They were raving about him at one stage. Not even 500 likes. Come on, people. 1,250 of you in the chat right now. Can we hit 500 likes is light work for us on this channel, people. Let's be honest. 500 likes is light work. We look for about 1,000 likes plus for the games. London Clothing Company, would you take Loftus-Cheek? I'll put it this way, right? Loftus-Cheek is good enough to get in the Arsenal midfield. I just wouldn't want another Chelsea player because we've just been down that road too many times. And I'm just sick of signing players from Chelsea, you know. But let's be real, Loftus-Cheek is an upgrade on what we've got next to Thomas Partey at the moment. Yeah, we have been linked with Asensio a few times. We have. So I wouldn't be surprised if they make a loan move. Some team news for you, people. Some team news for you is this. The man is back in training. Bukayo Saka was pictured in training yesterday. He completed the whole session, trained with the team. He is fit and available for tonight's game. And I just wondered, would you include him in the team tonight, people? Would you use the slight knock as an opportunity to maybe give him a rest? And what would your kind of general feeling be with the attacking lineup? I mean, I think with Arsenal, I'm not going through the whole team now, but I think the back five picks itself. So we know that the keeper will be Ramsdale, you know, Tomiyasu, Tierney, Gabriel, Ben White. Thomas Partey will be in the middle. I think all the other positions are kind of up for grabs. I mean, who would you play in midfield next to Partey? Would you stick with Lokonga, give him another chance? Would you go for El Neni for that stability? In the 10 role, for me, I would play Smith Rowe. I'm dropping Odegaard tonight. If I'm the manager, I'm not playing him. Do you play Aubameyang up front? Do you play Lacazette up front? Do you play Aubameyang left with Lacazette up front? There are a lot of decisions to be made there, people. Let me know what you would do. Chris said start him on the bench. The man needs a rest. I would potentially rest Saka tonight as well. I don't think he looks fully sharp yet, and he missed the whole of pre-season. And pre-season is the the springboard that you kind of use for your fitness for the rest of the season. I would probably give Saka a rest tonight, I've got to be honest. Jay said Martinelli, Aubameyang and Pepe. That's your front three. 4-3-1-2 said deal. I mean, listen, I've spoken about it a couple of times this week. I would love to see Aubameyang and Lacazette in a front two, but there's no way this manager's brave enough to do that. The most you would get is Aubameyang on the left with Lacazette up front. Kai TV said Lacazette, Martinelli and Pepe. SFT said rest Smith Rowe and Saka, bring in Pepe and Martinelli. Skinny Slug, yep, he is. He completed training yesterday. Richard Blackwood said, you just know if Saka doesn't start, he'll start Aubameyang on the left. He loves that. He loves that. I reckon he might start Saka, you know. He seems when he's available, he plays him at all costs. Lord Lake said Pepe and Martinelli on the wings. I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be honest. I wouldn't mind seeing that. What we got here, people. Ren said, very happy to see all of these players go. Balogun needs to go on loan for sure. I think he needs some football. Buenos Aires Guna said, no chance I would play Saka or rest him. Gambian Guna said, Aubameyang and Lacazette as centre forwards. Martinelli, Lokonga, Partey and ESR. 4-4-2 or 3-5-2. I just want to see him do something different. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we're so predictable. If I was a manager against Arsenal, I would be like, well, what's Arteta going to do? He's going to play 4-2-3-1. I know his keeper. I know his back four. I pretty much know his attack, what he's going to pick. You know, he'll get Odegaard in there. He'll get Smith Rowe. We're too predictable. Do something different. I feel like Lacazette in the last 2 games as a sub has showed that you've got to start him, right? Whether it's for the time being or for the long term, he brings something to the team that we do not have. He's got that passion, his hold-up play, his link-up play. He deserves to play. But Aubameyang has scored in the last 3 home games. So equally, you don't really want to drop Aubameyang either. Is there a way you can play both of them? You know, Emery used to play them both up front. And look how well they did. Aubameyang won the Golden Boot and Lacazette won Player of the Year. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I've got to admit, people, I'm concerned about the game tonight. And I really am. I'm concerned about the game tonight. Because to me, Aston Villa are better than Crystal Palace. Especially that Crystal Palace were under strength. They had no Zaha and Eze. Leon Bailey is back for Villa. Danny Ings, Watkins, Bailey, Traore, Douglas Luiz, McGinn. You know, Buendia has hardly done anything for Villa this season. What's the betting he does something tonight? You know, Benteke, 7 games without a goal, turns up at Arsenal. It's like Merry Christmas, mate. There you go. Go and enjoy yourself. Same old, same old. Some people saying bench Tierney for Tavares. Would you give Tavares a chance, people? Tierney has not been in great form. Peely, thank you for the super chat, bro. Said I would drop Saka and Smith Rowe. They wouldn't get in any other top 4s teams. Ballers in a poor team doesn't mean you are actually ballers. I mean, listen, I don't want to slander the young bucks too much because I think people have to understand that they've carried a lot of the responsibility of this team in the last year, and that is unfair. You look at the younger players at other big clubs, they don't have the same level of responsibility. You know, Greenwood doesn't have that responsibility at United because they've got experienced players like Ronaldo and Rashford. Same at City with Foden, you know, De Bruyne will do it, Bernardo. These two have actually been players that we're relying on and putting weight on their shoulders. I do think sometimes we exaggerate how good some of our young players are, but at the same time, I still think they deserve a lot of respect. Takan said, you've genuinely been killing me the last couple of days. Cheers, mate. And you've put a laughing face, so you mean it in a good way. Listen, sometimes you have to just bring some light-hearted comedy to Arsenal, man, because if you get too serious with it, they'll drive you mad. They will actually drive you mad as a team. Even picking the team is like, you know, it's like a lottery. You don't know what's going to happen with this manager. Anthony said 4-3-3 with a front three of Aubameyang, Lacazette and Martinelli. Partey, Lokonga and Ainsley in midfield. Rest Saka and ESR. Bench Pepe and Odegaard. Nuno at left back. I wouldn't mind that. I would have no problem. If I saw that team, I'd be quite like, okay. I'd be pleasantly surprised with that. You just know he's not going to start Martinelli. You know that Odegaard will be in there somewhere. You know, he'll squeeze Saka in there despite him not being fit. He'll do something. I hope I'm surprised later on. Big up to Anthony with a super chat. Greg said 4-1-2-1-2. Ainsley at CDM, Partey and Martinelli, ESR at Cam, and Abba or Laka up top. I think everyone just wants to see something different. You know what I mean? Melbourne said Curtis McGinn will bully our midfield. He's a good player. Kenneth said play Laka and Aubameyang or we lose. They need to play. Scott said anyone picking out any in their lineup needs locking up. That's what desperation does to you. I was even suggesting it. I can't lie. Lloydie said, Curtis, your Mikel Arteta press conference waffle analysis is hilarious. I have to admit, it's one of the highlights of the week for me. I genuinely enjoy it. I enjoy it and I can't stand it at the same time. That's what's so funny about it. It's like, I can't stand hearing what the man's saying, but I actually enjoy it for the lightheartedness. People, finally, there's 1,300 of you in the chat. Before I get out of here, and before you see the team later on, what is your score prediction? What's your feeling about the game tonight? Are you nervous? Are you confident we're going to get a win and put in a performance? How are you feeling? I've predicted a 1-1 draw, which I genuinely hate predicting that Arsenal will not win a game. But I just don't feel confident. I honestly don't. I hope that, they prove me wrong. I'm not confident. Villa have got a lot of good players in attack. They're fit, available. Palace had a weak attack the other day and they peppered us and scored 2. So what is your feeling? How are you feeling? Makil said 4-0 to Villa. Amsterdam, Thailand, 2-1 Villa. Kashim says 2-0 Villa. Scott says 4-1 Villa. PG says 2-1. Man's begging. Man, see, we're having to say please just for a win. Mark, who's going to the game, said 2-1 to Arsenal. Gambian Guna, head says 2-1 Villa. Heart says 2-0 Arsenal. South London's finest, 2-1 Villa. Malcolm says 2-0 Villa. Samuel 2-0. Max says 1-0. You can see we're not confident. You can see it. Oz says 1-0. Thomas 3-1 Villa. DWTT 1-0. It's a shame, innit? Arsenal at home against Villa, who are lower than us in the table, and we're not confident. John said, why can't we play 2 up top, some waste, man? This manager's got no bravery, I'm afraid. Zama says 3-1 Arsenal. Let's finish with a good one. A lot of you are predicting a defeat. I'm actually shocked how many of you. 90% confident it won't be a clean sheet. Yeah, I'm telling you. Stress watch along. The best you're giving me, people, is like scrappy 1-0s and 2-1s. All right, we'll finish with that. RM says 4-1 to Arsenal. We'll finish with that. That would be a good one to finish. People, I'm back tonight, 7:20. Enjoy the rest of your day before Arsenal try and jeopardize and sabotage the weekend. 7:20, all the build-up. We'll have the watch-along with the nice new graphics and everything. We'll be going crazy one way or the other. And then we'll have some post-match reaction, hopefully, afterwards with Fran and Laurie. So enjoy the rest of your Friday, people. Join me tonight, 7:20, all the build-up, all the team news before we start going crazy. Arsenal, do not ruin our weekend, please. See you all tonight, people, 7:20, and I will see you all later on. Bless.